Hi, my name is Nasir Abdirahman. My graduate with honors project is a React Native app that helps Washingtonians find a COVID-19 vaccine. It is called Vaccine Wall. I decided to create this mobile app due to the difficulty of finding providers that offer the vaccine and booking an appointment. I also discovered that the currently available sites were difficult to navigate and may prove inaccessible to certain users. I set out to build an intuitive, simple to use app that provided users the ability to search for vaccine providers within their zip code. I used the React Native framework to build my project with some additional libraries, including Material, React Native Open Maps, Expose various APIs, and React Native add-ons. This is the landing page. Upon landing, users are greeted with a simple interface that states the app's purpose and our call to action. Upon entering their zip code, the search function searches through the Washington State Department of Health data of all the providers in the state that are offering the vaccine. Then those results are presented here in the results component. This page shows the number of providers found in the zip code, provides pertinent information, has the name and address of the provider, and most importantly, whether there are vaccines in stock at this location and when it was last updated. Scrolling down, users can also see a list of zip codes that are within 15 miles of their searched zip code. If a user selects a provider by clicking on the arrow or the entire section, they are shown the provider component. Here's more information on the provider. Most locations require appointments, so I added the ability to go to the provider's appointment booking site with a button that is prominent and attention-grabbing. Here is their personal information. All these links are functionable. Directions opens up the platform-specific map system, whether Google or Apple. The website opens up a link to the provider's informational website. Some providers wish for patients to call ahead, so this link provides that functionality. And still others request emails to schedule appointments, and this will open up their default email and pre-render the email's content. Scrolling down, they can see information on the vaccine type that each provider carries. Some providers stated the specific vaccine and some did not. I have provided that information. Lastly, users are shown the hours of operation, instructions specific to each provider, and basic things to know before their appointment that I have added to all the providers for efficiency. Some providers do not offer appointment links, and this is prominently displayed to save the user time. If a user discovers that none of the providers have available vaccines, they can scroll down to the list of radius zip codes. These are all within 15 miles of their searched zip code. If they recognize that 9936 is familiar, they can select it and be shown a list of providers in this zip code. If they select one here, it shows their information. Here you can see that all the vaccine types are displayed because they are provided by this provider. Say they click a zip code that does not have providers. They are kindly told so, and then a list of zip codes within 15 miles of this zip code is displayed here. Then they can select one here and be shown their providers. They can also choose to return to their original search of 98032. On the home component, there is a question mark. This is a modal that questions the users on whether they're eligible for the vaccine. Upon clicking the button, they are diverted to the legibility component that explains the Washington Department of Health protocol for vaccine allocation and prioritization, explaining the framework and who is eligible for a vaccine. If they wish to, they can also view the vaccine phases on my app. This is a visual concept of the Washington State Vaccine Phases PDF. I have kept all the information intact except the state's tier naming system. I have read that some people were complaining about the difficult nature of understanding the naming system the state uses, so I changed it to one that was more palatable to reason. Down below is information on the need for equity in distribution and the ability to support a local nonprofit called All in Washington that is fighting for vaccine equity in the state. This menu button here opens up the drawer component with a custom drawer design with the app's logo, slogan, and all the navigation links. This is the frequently asked questions. This is an informational component with the CDC and Washington Department of Health facts on COVID for the user. It displays important information on the vaccines, and it has an accordion dividing up the sections of general frequently asked questions and COVID-19 related frequently asked questions. Down further below are direct links to the sources for all the answers. The challenges that I faced consisted mainly of gathering precise data. I found a CSV of all Washington State providers from the Department of Health site and downloaded it on 3/9/21. I then had to re-render this data into a JSON format and properly organize it to use it. It consisted of 357 providers with all the relevant information. And gathering the zip code's radius data was very difficult. I'm thankful because now that data is no longer available. My favorite part about my project is the design. I set out to make it accessible and user-friendly. The demographic that is most vulnerable to COVID-19 are not that tech familiar, and I wanted to play on the idea that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication to cater to them. Thank you for blessing me with your time. Please stay healthy and safe.